Good evening, all Charles Drew High School parents, as well as guardians and all of our stakeholders. My name is Ms. Frazier, and I am the academic coach here at Charles Drew High School. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to our new school year and to thank you for your partnership and to thank you for your support of this virtual platform. This particular meeting's purpose is to explain to you some things that we will be doing this week through our school in order to level set our students. Wanted to kind of explain to you all exactly why we are level setting, what level setting actually is, and how it will assist us in benefiting your students and preparing them for career and college readiness. That is our goal. Every single content, every single day, every single class period is to prepare your student for the next level of their life. So again, we thank you for your partnership and we thank you for participating in this really quick explanation of level setting here in Clayton County Public Schools as well as in Charles Drew High School. I am going to share my screen with you, and in sharing my screen, I'm going to pull up our presentation for this evening. Building-wide literacy. Building-wide literacy basically means each and every content in our building will be focusing on integrating literacy, which means reading and or writing, in the curriculum. Our goal is to make sure that our students don't see reading just in English, but they see it across the board because as you and I know as adults, we read and write pretty much every day. So we want our students to do the same. Here at Charles Drew High School, we also want literacy to be frequent. That means we want them to be doing it often. We want it to be fun. A lot of times kids associate reading with boring, and we don't want that. We want to make sure that our students still have a love of reading like they did when they were in elementary school. We also want to make sure that our reading and our literacy focus is familiar. We want to choose text that is grade level appropriate. That means that it is on a level that they should be reading at their age. But we also want to make sure that we pick things that they can see themselves in. So things that are culturally relevant. We want to choose authors that look like them. We want to choose pieces that kind of mirror the things that they experience. So that's why we are focusing on making our literacy programs frequent, fun, and familiar. We will be using the Achieve 3000 program here at our school. Many of you might have already been familiar with it through our English language arts departments and through some of our other content areas as well. We have an expectation in our school that the students will be completing at least 2 activities per week in Achieve 3000 in their English classes. And we have also encouraged our additional content areas to assign 1 activity a week, just so that our students are participating in reading, participating in writing, and they are having an opportunity to see themselves grow in terms of their reading levels, which we will talk about in just one moment. When your students log into their Achieve 3000 portal, they will see something similar to what you see on the screen. It will give them an article. Hopefully it is something that is interesting because a lot of times they can pick their own topics, but our teachers do assign them as well. It will give them an opportunity to participate in a lesson. It will then give them activities to do associated with that lesson and that reading. And then at the end, our goal is for each and every student on their first try, the first time they go through the lesson, to score a 75% or higher. A 75% or higher in the Achieve 3000 program means that our students actually will see growth. If they're receiving a 20% each time, a 10% each time, 9 times out of 10, we're not going to really see the growth that this program is designed to see. So we have to start by communicating with our students our expectations. 75% or higher on your first try means that you're actually going to see some growth in your literacy level, and that's what we want for our students, okay? So this week, and this is why you're here, this week our students will be participating in a building-wide level set. Some of our English teachers have already started this process, but we want to make sure that each and every one of our students has an opportunity to have a baseline score. I also am the parent of a Charles Drew Titan who is a sophomore, and I'm excited to see exactly where her reading level is right now since we've been in quarantine and we've had the summer. I really want to know where she is right now in terms of her level. I want to know if she's still on grade level or still below, still above grade level, or God forbid if she's below. We need to really get busy this school year. So we need to know the information. And the way we're going to find out again is we're going to be level setting our entire building. They will be participating in the level set on the 3rd and the 4th of this week. The 3rd and the 4th of this week. The level set assessment is already set up for our students. It will be assigned by their first block teacher. This particular assessment has about 30 to 40 little passages, and then the questions follow that. The great thing about level setting is if a student gets an answer right, then the test questions become a little bit more challenging. If they don't get it right, it'll start to adjust itself backward until it finds their level. So the students won't know until the end exactly how well they've done, but we are encouraging the students to do their absolute best. We don't want them just to click through, because if they just click through, then the system is going to tell us that they're really below grade level, and then we're going to adjust our instruction accordingly. So if our students are on grade level and above grade level, we need them to show us that so that we don't insult them by teaching them below their level. So here's where you come in as parents, and here's where I come in as a parent as well. Our first step as a school was to reach out to you and to explain to you all as our parents and as our partners exactly what we're doing, why we are doing it, and to really let you know how important you are to this process. We really need each and every parent to help us spread the message to our students that establishing a baseline of where they are will help us figure out what we need to do to get them to a higher level. So please help us by encouraging our students to take this assessment seriously and to do their absolute best. It is believed that if we provide our teachers with training, which is what we're doing right now, just a real easy training for what we can do to support our kids, that the parents, meaning myself as well, we will then really talk to our students and we will make sure they understand our expectations of their excellence. And then we're hoping that the teachers saying it and the parents saying it will filter to the students, and hopefully we'll get a really accurate picture of where they are. So here's what we need you to do. Let's make sure they have those laptops charged up, the day before. Let's try to make sure that they don't have any distractions as much as possible. We know a lot of our students have their little brothers and family members in the home. If they could just have some time, some quiet time to really take this assessment, where they can focus, that would be really great. But we need your help to make sure that they have that particular setup available for them at home. Again, please encourage them to do the best that they can. And then please just double check with them to make sure that they have completed the assessment. What we don't want you to do is help them. They might get a little frustrated with the assessment, and that's to be understood because they just haven't been taking big assessments in a while. But please resist the urge to help them. That's not going to get us what we need in terms of their measure. So don't help them, just encourage them, just remind them, do your best, do your very best. So what we want you to do is to assist us again in giving this level set. They will be doing it from home. Their teachers will assign it on Wednesday and Thursday. We just want to make sure they have enough time, which is why we have made sure that we have allotted this time as a school for them to take the assessment. We want them to take it at home. We want you to encourage your student. We want you to kind of monitor them on this. And then as they're continuing to go through in the year, we'll be able to provide you with updates in terms of their progress. Okay? So again, our teachers are already prepared and have been trained on this process, and they are ready to administer this test this week. We have, again, chosen the 2nd and the 3rd because those are the days that we will also be providing technology to students, the swap of the technology. And on September 4th, myself as well as the teachers will go through and we will determine which students we feel didn't do their best. And, the system will tell you if they kind of just chose whatever on the test, and then we'll be contacting those students and possibly you as their parent to give them another opportunity to take the test. We want them to take it this first time and do it right. But in the event that we have to retest, we have until the 2nd to do so. On September 4th, we will also sit down and start talking about the data that is presented to us and what interventions and strategies we as a school need to start implementing to help support our students. So our students will be able to log in, and again, this information will be provided to each student through their teacher, but we want you to be aware as well. Our students will log into their Rapid Identity portal. They will then select Clever. From there, they will then select Achieve 3000, and the test will prompt them at that time. And pretty much that's all that we have to do with this process. So I'm back again. Hopefully you don't see my screen and you just see me. What we would like for you to do, again, just help us spread the message to our students that each time we give an assessment, these assessments are very, very critical to us, especially in a virtual platform. It will help us to make sure our students are getting the information that they need to learn and grow, and it will help us as their educators determine if our instructional practices are actually working. And if not, if we need to sit back down and we need to come up with something else. So as always, we again, thank you so much for choosing Charles R. Drew High School to support your student. We thank you for everything that you are doing at home to adjust to this new process. We thank you for your patience with us as a school and as a district. We look forward to working with each and every one of you. We have enjoyed getting to know your students. I have been popping into classrooms, and our students are just so very bright. And we know it's tough for them, but they are really, really, really showing that they are Titan strong. They are on the system, they are participating in the classes, and we can see that our students are focused on their education. And we know it's because of your expectations that you have set at home. So if you have any questions, feel free to always reach out to the school, reach out to our parent liaison, Ms. Sky Washington. You can reach out to myself, your child's grade level administrator, our principal. We are all available to serve you and your student. We look forward to providing this level set this week, and we hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week of learning and experiences. Again, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to working with you in the future.